The SAFE Act sets certain standards that must be met in order to be issued a mortgage loan originator license, the first being background check requirements. In connection with an application to any state for licensing and registration as a state licensed loan originator, the applicant is required to provide to the NMLS information concerning their identity, including the following: fingerprints for submission to the FBI and any other government, agency, or entity authorized to receive such information for a state and national criminal history background check, and as well as personal history and experience, including authorization for the system to obtain an independent credit report obtained from a consumer reporting agency, as well as information related to any administrative, civil, or criminal findings by any governmental jurisdiction. Additionally, the minimum standards for licensing and registration as a state licensed loan originator include the following. 1. The applicant has never had a loan originator license revoked in any governmental jurisdiction. 2. The applicant has not been convicted of or pled guilty or no contest to a felony in a domestic, foreign, or military court during the 7-year period preceding the date of application for licensing and registration, or at any time preceding such date of application if that felony involved an act of fraud, dishonesty, or a breach of trust, or money laundering. Furthermore, the applicant must demonstrate financial responsibility, character, and general fitness, such as to command the confidence of the community and to warrant a determination that the LO will operate honestly, fairly, and efficiently within the purposes of the SAFE Act. Additionally, applicants must meet pre-licensing and education requirements and meet either a net worth or surety bond requirement or paid into a state fund as required by their prospective state. In order to meet the aforementioned pre-licensing education requirement, applicants or registrants must complete at least 20 hours of NMLS approved education, which must include at least 3 hours of federal law and regulations, 3 hours of ethics, which must include instruction on fraud, consumer protection, and fair lending issues, and 2 hours of training related to lending standards for the non-traditional mortgage product marketplace. To maintain the independence of the approval process, the nationwide mortgage licensing system and registry is prohibited from directly or indirectly offering pre-licensed educational courses for loan originators. In approving courses, the NMLS will apply reasonable standards in the review and approval of courses. Additionally, applicants must pass a qualified written test developed by the NMLS and administered by an approved test provider. The current test provider is Prometric. The test adequately measures the applicant's knowledge and comprehension in appropriate subject areas, including ethics, federal law and regulation pertaining to mortgage origination, state law and regulation pertaining to mortgage origination, and federal and state law and regulation, including instruction on fraud, consumer protection, the non-traditional mortgage marketplace, and fair lending issues. An individual must receive a score of 75% or greater in order to pass the national exam. If an individual doesn't pass the exam on their first try, they may take the test 2 additional times, 3 times in total, provided that the individual waits 30 days between each attempt. However, if an applicant fails 3 consecutive tests, they must wait 6 months before they can attempt to take the test again. Additionally, any state licensed loan originator who fails to maintain a valid license for a period of 5 years or longer must retake the test, not taking into account any time during which such individual is a registered loan originator.